Singularized.
Respect.
In French, anyone speak French? En français, when you're speaking to somebody older, what would you call me? Vous. And what would I call you? Tu. Pourquoi? Why? Respect.
Yeah.
En français, it's respect. In Urdu, language is there sometimes by way of respect. So when Allah refers to himself as we and in us, it is also a term of respect. But there are occasions when Allah refers to himself as I as well. Always look at the context in which Allah is choosing one or the other. Because sometimes when he refers very closely to himself, in a proximity way, he says, I. Udu'uni astajib lakum. Call out to me and I will respond. No? I. Udu'uni astajib lakum. Call out to me and I will respond. When you make dua to him, I will respond. He's showing closeness. When he says when my servant says concerning me, tell them I am near, inni kareeb, I am near, and that I answer the call of every supplicant. There are occasions when the right language will be used. Allah is Al-Hakim, the most wise. He chooses the appropriate language for the appropriate time, but out of respect for language as well, the Quran often refers to we. Okay, if a Christian believes Jesus as a prophet and believes in the oneness of God, does this make him or her a Muslim? Not necessarily. I say not necessarily. If he believes that he in the oneness of God, and he believes in Isa alayhi salam to be a messenger of Allah, but does not believe in Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and all of the other messengers, no, it doesn't make him a Muslim. There is a denomination of Christianity called Unitarian Christianity. Anybody heard of Unitarian Christianity? No? Okay. Unitarian Christianity believes that God is one. They don't believe in Trinity. They have the correct understanding of Tawheed, the biblical understanding, I should say, because the Bible never refers to God as anything other than one. Okay? In fact, I can prove this. When Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, was asked, what is the most important of the covenants of the Torah? He said the Shabbat Yisrael. Shabbat Yisrael is, if you see Orthodox Jews, they wear a little box on their wrists. Anybody seen that? Yeah? Or sometimes on the forehead at the Wailing Wall, they wear a box. Written in that is the Shabbat Yisrael, the covenant of Israel, which says that there is nothing worthy of worship except God. Roughly translated. What it says is that there is no true God except God. It says La ilaha illallah, essentially. So there are others who are upon Tawheed. But, and here's the but, if you're Unitarian, you believe in the unity of Allah and the unity of God in the correct manner, and you believe Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, to be a messenger of God, it's not enough to make you Muslim until you accept all of the messengers. Remember when I said one of the 6 articles of faith is belief in the messengers? All of them. So I would say to that Christian that if you've gone that far to take yourself to the correct understanding of God, you've given yourself the correct understanding of Jesus Christ, peace be upon him. Now bring yourself to a more correct understanding of all of the prophets. Give the person da'wah about who Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is. If anybody wants to know more, on Sunday in Newport somewhere, you know where? Newport where?
Newport Center.
Newport Center. Oh, there he is. Sorry. Newport Center, there's a series of lectures, one of which will be talking about the character of the Muslim, and it will talk about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Tell that person, come along, find out who is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, learn about him, and then understand that he is the final messenger of Allah, and that you should take your belief one step further chronologically and embrace the belief in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as well. Okay, the next question. In the Gospel of Matthew 5, verse 17, it says, think not that I am come to destroy the law nor the prophets. I am not come to destroy but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass from the law till all be fulfilled. This is a saying of Isa alayhi salam in the Bible, in Matthew, and it's tantamount to what I said in the lecture about Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, saying that he came to uphold the law, the Torah. And the message of the Torah was Tawheed. The question is, why do Christians say Jesus is God? For 320, this is a bit of a history lesson now, so forgive me, it's going to get a bit tedious maybe. For 325 odd years, there was a debate in Christianity. for 325 years after the passing away of Isa alayhi salam. For that time, you had majority of the early Christians believing in Tawheed, the message of Isa alayhi salam. Only for 325 years there was a debate. Are we Trinitarian or Unitarian? Trinitarian or Unitarian? The belief in Trinity was never existing until the advent of Paul. Which is why, when it comes to the father of Christianity is not Isa alayhi salam. Isa alayhi salam did not, for Jesus Christ be upon him, didn't teach Trinity, Son of God, original sin. None of these were his concepts. They were brought in after the event by Paul. And Paul lived 60 to 100 years, the historians debate how long exactly, after Christ. He never saw him, but he heard about him. And it was when Paul had an epiphany on the road to Damascus. An epiphany is if you go through... Any psychologists here? A cognitive opening? Okay. He went through a cognitive opening, and he ended up having a new set of beliefs, and that is what developed into Trinitarian Christianity. Why I say 325 AD? Anybody know what happened 325 years after the death of Christ? You've all eaten too much. A bit slow. 325 years after the death of Christ was the Council of Nicaea. Nicaea, in the time of the Emperor Constantine of the Roman Empire, the emperor was choosing to adopt Christianity as a state religion. The numbers of Christians were swelling, they were having problems with revolutions taking place in certain areas, and he decided, let's adopt Christianity as the state religion of the empire. At that point, a decision had to be made. Constantine himself was Unitarian. He believed in Tawheed. But the priests and the pagans from his court were taking the Trinitarian view, and he had to now make a decision. Do we go with the Unitarian view of the one God, or do we take the Trinitarian view, the triune God? Trinity, triune. The triune God is a Roman concept. Trinity did not exist in Christianity until it was distorted by Roman beliefs. Somebody tell me, when was Jesus Christ historically born? Anyone? Huh? No, but what month? What day or what month? Should be easy. Somebody should say 25th of December. He wasn't. History and Christian history, not Muslim history. Christian history teaches Jesus Christ was not born on the 25th of December. Why then is Christmas Day 25th of December? It's a pagan festival. What happens when the pagans adopted Christianity, the Romans adopted Christianity as a state religion? 25th of December was the birthday of the god Mithra. Mithra was the son of Zeus. Zeus was the boss god, the big boss. Zeus' son Mithra, who was the god who turned water into wine. Things making sense now? Mithra, the god of wine, who turned water into wine, was the son of Zeus, the main god. He was born on the 25th of December. Hence, they adopted 25th of December. History shows Isa alayhi salam was actually born in June or July, not 25th of December. So why do we celebrate it then? To fall in line with the pagan festival. Valentine's Day. Everybody heard of Valentine's Day? Yeah. Or as they refer to it in the Arab countries now, Eid al-Hub. Eid al-Hub. Have you heard that in the Arab countries? Eid al-Hub, the Eid of love. Anyway, Valentine's Day was a pagan festival called Lupercalia. Lupercalia was, I won't go into the detail, but Lupercalia was a horrible pagan festival. When Christianity took over the pagans and the Roman Empire, they decided, we don't want to do away with the 14th of February, Lupercalia. I'll tell you what it was. On Lupercalia, Valentine's Day, the priests of an area would gather, they would cover themselves in dog's blood and pig's blood, naked, and bring out the young virgins from the village. Each virgin was given a number, and each young man in the area was given a ticket, like a lottery. You would spin the lottery, and the ticket came out, this is your virgin for the next year, until the next 14, for you to play with. When Christianity came along, they did away with Lupercalia, because they said this isn't a very Christian concept. Quite clearly it's not. And what they tried to replace it with, they said, on this day, instead of giving you a virgin for the year, we'll give you the name of a saint. And you will emulate that saint. Saint John, Saint David, Saint whoever. Obviously, you can imagine the pagan Romans weren't